Okay, continuation of the Akai Force restoration, the repair. So a little update. Here's the Force we were looking at before. I put it all back together. We did the USB fix. We did a power supply bodge. We found that, there was a voltage regulator that was dead. We bridged that out on one rail. I can't remember which. I think it was the neg rail, and we also removed the ESD diode from the USB, which had blown, and we replaced the USB socket. Now, I wasn't sure if the USB was working. Autofocus going to work? Is it even working, the autofocus? Yeah, we had to replace this this USB socket, and then when in testing I thought it wasn't working, the USB socket, because it didn't appear as the device I was expecting it to. However, I found that was just my misunderstanding. It's working absolutely fine. So that's fully repaired, except for the missing parts and the bodgery. So what has now arrived, it's been a week or two, AliExpress special. So we've got the batteries. I don't even know what they do, because there doesn't seem to be any problem without that, where the battery was completely flat. We've got actually 4 of the regs. I thought I'd ordered 2. I thought 1 and 1 spare, because they're quite small packages. It's quite easy to get that wrong. Got the autofocus. Quite easy to get it wrong and make a mistake. So I ordered 2, but actually the each lot was for 2, so I ended up with 4. Never mind, put that one in the box for next time. There's sort of plus minus linear regs. Can't remember the part number. And then in here, just to be as good as we can, I bought a reel of tiny ESD diodes. Focus. I don't know why the focus is so poor. I'm trying a different camera today. Got enough light? Got enough light. Yeah, anyway, sorry about the quality of the videos. And the other thing I bought, which I'm probably not going to fit today, is RAM upgrade. So the Force and the MPC series, as I understand, can support 4 gigabytes of RAM. I have to say that the performance of the Akai is pretty cool, even though they're ancient. Really, sort of some 2016 ARM core in the Akai platform, which by ARM standards is positively prehistoric. But it works pretty well. But what I do keep running out of is RAM when I'm doing multi-samples and things. I've got some more RAM. So these actually came from DigiKey. I wanted to make sure that I had at least 1 set, and the first set that I did were definitely legit. It was a bit suspicious on AliExpress whether the part turns up and is genuine or not. I did buy some Bucket Brigade delays from AliExpress that was super cheap. They're very rare chips, and yeah, they didn't work. They didn't work at all. So I don't know if they were fakes or just broken ones. So these came from DigiKey, but I have actually ordered, that haven't arrived yet, another set of these from DigiKey, with the same part number, except I think they were the commercial. This is the industrial temperature range. Don't make any difference really. And I also ordered a reballing stencil for these packages, because these are 72 pin ball grid arrays. A bit of a challenge to fit, slightly easier on some of the Akais that have got the removable CPU carrier. I've got a Key 37 as well, and that's the CPU is kind of soldered all to the main board with all the gubbins on it, all the audio I/O and everything, and that's it's just a bigger board, so physically it's harder to juggle it around. I've got my preheater here, and a hot air gun. So hopefully we've got all the kit, gel flux. There we go. I might not do that today. I don't know if I've got the fortitude to tackle that right now. But I do want to finish this repair and put these regulators in. I haven't actually noticed any problem, I have to say, with running this with the linear regs bypassed. But I haven't put it on the. I should put it on the AP. It'd be interesting to see if we can see any spikes. But I don't know. Yeah, I think I might just repair it anyway. There's something rattling around in there. That doesn't sound good. Couldn't take it apart anyway. Trying to remember how this all came apart. We can get some electrical assistance. We don't have to do all these screws by hand. So that'll fit there. What are these? They look like those Japanese screws that are not posi. Phillips, what's that? Phillips 1. It's a little bit loose. Let's try Phillips 2. Yeah, Phillips 2 is good enough. Right. Yeah, the beta firmware has just come out for the Force. It's pretty good actually. It's 3.5 beta. I've installed it. I really like it. I do much prefer the version 3 MPC software. It's pretty cool that they've put all those features on it. So basically it's matched the feature set of the MPC range. I'm not damaging the knob there, am I? It feels like there's a lot of weight on it. I've got something to prop under there. A lot of screws to get in here. It's annoying. Some connectors on the back here, aren't there? Maybe that doesn't need to come off yet. Oh no, it does. Oh, this has got to come off, isn't it? I've forgotten how many screws there were. Yeah, so along with the well, I hope it's going to be free update. It's a beta 3.5. Had some special offers on a Force upgrade pack, which is 99 bucks or 99 pounds. Presumably 99 euros because the number's more important than the value. And yeah, I've picked that up. Yes, that's alright. It's got Dura in it, but I had Dura anyway. And it's also got Ring the Alarm, which is possibly the worst plugin I've ever seen. Totally pointless. What else did I get? Oh, they're giving away the multi-band filter for free. I've downloaded it, but I haven't looked at it yet. What do we have to do? Finish taking the screws out. What we have to do. Holding that in. This apart not long ago, you'd think I'd have remembered it. Did that have to come off? I don't remember that coming off. Maybe it did. Cable clamp? No, I don't think that came off. We just need the spudger. What was rattling around inside here? That is a teeny tiny screw. That doesn't look like it's anything to do with it, is it? That's weird. Alright, so the voltage regulator was on this board. And then the ESD diodes around here, and we pinched a couple off of here to try and fit them over here and lost them. I can't remember if I even successfully fitted one in the end. Need my magnifying hat. Oh yeah, we did get one on the USB. So the USB is good. So we're just restoring the two that we removed, the two ESD diodes that we removed. Oh, and fitting a battery and replacing this CPU shield, which I left off. And if I feel really energetic when I get there, maybe we'll have a look at the RAM upgrade. But I think that's quite an involved job. On the other hand, we've got it open now, haven't we? Let's get a screwdriver that fits. What about that one? No, too big. Some flexies here, I've got to watch. I'm going to tear them off. Quite a lot of contamination there. I wonder if that's from the factory. A lot of glue and modding happened here. Is it going to focus in? that focused? Maybe it won't focus that close. Can't really tell. It does look sort of in focus. A bit manual focus on this lens. It's a little kit lens on the Sony. I don't know if that's really sharp. Is it better than the last one? I don't know. Alright, see if we can take this board out. Might take this one out anyway because we're going to have to, and we can take the flexies off that end. There's my screwdriver. That mysterious little screw. There's a little screw. I don't know what that's from. I haven't seen anything like that in here, I don't think. What's on the SD card in these as well? Well, that's the power system. Sort of, did we talk about this weird SuperCat PCB? Because I think that's this board here. That's what keeps the unit running. If you yank the power, it can kind of keep itself running for a bit. And it's labelled battery on the board, so I wonder if in the lives, if that's where the battery's connected. Perhaps we can disconnect on that end. Is that glued? No, that's glued down. It's got all these ferrites on, presumably to fix an EMC issue that they had when they took it to the lab. Also quite interested to see if I can get terminal access on this thing. Didn't pull that straight, that was a mistake. Oops. And there's this spare USB hub there. That's quite interesting. Right, now you can see my bodge. So there's the linear reg. Oh, leaning on something there. Leaning on a key. Is that in focus? Yeah, that's that little device there. The pointing thing. This is the linear reg that we're going to replace, and then this is the resistor that I've just bypassed the linear reg, because it's a pre-reg through this. That's quite magnetised. That interesting. Between pre-reg here for the negative rail, but pretty sure that that is toast. So I probably need to extract this board so we can get it on the bench a bit more neatly. That's extracted. Right, I'm going to move the main body of the force out of the way, and then just work on here. First of all, we're going to remove the bodge. Then get rid of foil tape. Some caps on. Looks like I'm running out of fat Kapton. I'm going to use foil then. Actually, before I go any further, I just want to make sure that the parts I've got look the same. Yeah, I think so. Just, oops. Let's do that. Not sure about this camera. Right, gonna go 400 on some uncalibrated amount of flow. We should have tried the preheater on this. It's probably got a thermal pad on the bottom. Put a bit of flux down as well, might help. Filled with thermal via the round pad. Try and take the heat out. It's such a tiny package for a regulator to be in. Can't dissipate many watts in there. That's really don't want to come off. Melting at the sides, but the central pad isn't budging. Like I say, it will do eventually, but we've got to heat the whole board up with this tiny nozzle.
definitely probably would have been worth the preheater. More flow. It's really resisting. There we go.
Finally, yeah, look at that, heat pads underneath. I hope you can see that. Alright. Let's try and wick off the lead free. Oops. 'Tin the pad a little bit because these packages are dry basically. Oh yeah, my goodness, the heat really goes away on that. Done a good job with the wires there. I think we might have to put that on the preheater. Go up to 410 on the iron. A bit too much in that central pad now. Might break out the preheater and see if we can get that to help us put some more energy in. Taking off a bit much now. Try the preheater. That's on the other side. Oops, drag that around. fuse in that, or the fuse is just blown. I haven't actually used this yet, it's just arrived from AliExpress. Check that before it goes in. That's definitely dead, isn't it? Yep. That's bizarre. There we go. Alright, so I'll preheat it. Get one of the new devices out of the packet. And that way round. Just preheat this stuff, see if we can get that to reflow. The flux gun. Whoops. Right, not enough solder I think on those pads. Just a tad more. Very pointy iron. Very skinny solders. See a bit more on that pad. And that'll probably do. Alright. Turn the flow down a bit. Bit of flux again. Might be it. Just touch that with the iron.
alright.
Okay, I reckon that's okay.
Oh, that looks pretty good.
It's hard to show on the camera. Really need a macro camera.
So a bit of flux around there.
Yeah, that's good. I'll take some photos of this board. that's that one. Hopefully that's fixed. And now try and put some of these ESD things back. Let's throw that away. I'll get confused. I think these are the same size. I bought lots of them because they tend to blow across the lab. There's one. Let's see, how do they compare size-wise with DOS? I'm supposed to be soldering that on now. Oh yeah, it's over there, isn't it? It might be slightly bigger. They are slightly bigger. But I reckon we can make them stick. I don't even know if this is worth it, quite honestly, but I'm doing just exposing a bit more track so we can ideally mount them a little further down so that the two pins at the back match up. Didn't get any solder on that yet. Yeah, okay. One on. That one there. So just the little ground track goes sort of this way down the board, and so I've scraped it back a bit because the part's just slightly bigger, and then bridged it enough to get that to solder on, which is good. That's what I was sort of hoping, because the others are so tiny, really hard to hand rework. And then listen. Do the same trick. This apple blade's a bit blunt on the end. I've done this, used it too many times for this kind of scraping. Let's see if the solder will stick. Good enough. Right, that's on there as well. Right, ESD function restored. Now, have I got the kahunas to do the RAM in this while we've got it open? Don't know, let's have a look under this heatsink again, see how bad it looks. There's 4 of them as well to do, it's a flipping pain. If you get it right first time, it's not too bad. If it doesn't go right first time, well, kind of jiggered really. You have to wait for the reballing stencil has not arrived yet. So I shall be without an Akai Force, which would be a bit of a shame if I get that wrong. And there's the processor module, and those are the 4 chips. At least in this, you can take this module out and pop it on the heater. Tempted. I don't know. Maybe I will leave it for another day. So if I don't do it today, then when? The flash storage. I wonder what the SD card's for then. Maybe that's just the... How big is the SD card? It's a 16 gig, so maybe that's just the internal file storage. I wonder if you can image that and stick a massive one in. So I guess the operating system is on that one. I don't really know if I need 4 gigs on here. I really do need it on the keyboard. It's tricky. 2018, the date sticker on there. How old these things are. It's a long time in CPU life to have, you know, no upgrade. Let's turn around. And debug, that's quite interesting. I was quite interested in getting the terminal access. So, I don't know, we've got Hynix ones. I think we've got Micron. I wonder if that'll work. You know what, I think I'm gonna not do it right now. Which way around did that go? That way around. Put the shield on. Let's make sure all this works first. Of course, I've lost the end of that now. Where's this cap gone? It's just fallen off onto the floor. Oh, there it is. It's fallen off the floor. The battery. Should we put the battery in? Bought one. Don't know what it does. Probably only keeps the clock going. And yeah, it's got network boot, so I don't know why that's useful. But I bought one, so let's pop that in. I didn't see we pop that in. Just pushed it in there. Okay, and then there was a foamy pad on that other board, I mustn't forget. Can't find the screwdriver. Where's the screwdriver gone? Something's bitten my leg.
some new little reggies. I'll put them back in that bag. Right, there's that sticky pad. Right on the bottom there. Right there's reggies under that. Just going to check for shorts on that. So a common fault with these QFNs is that, especially when they've got a ground pad in the middle, is that I use short 2 pins next to each other, but sometimes you can see that they sometimes short to the ground pin underneath. So we're just going to check that none of these are shorted to ground. Well, that one is short to ground. I think that one's supposed to be ground there. Yeah, all good, all good. I reckon that's going to work. So, hopefully that's the full and final repair for this Akai Force. But we might do some more bodgery, I suppose. Yeah, I'm interested in this here. This is marked as debug, so this I suspect will be the serial port to the CPU. We might be able to mess about with some things, some Linux settings and so forth, if we can get access to that. I've taken out too many of those screws. That one needn't have come out. And that one. So I think we went I/O board first. Yeah, I'm interested in this USB hub here. That could be an upgrade opportunity there, couldn't it? If one were so inclined. There's that bloody antenna connector. Ugh. Hate these. Very easy to bend the pins, the side pins on these things if you don't get them in straight. Okay, I think that's in. What's that connector there? That's a USB host 2. Where did that go? Interesting. This is marked JTAG and looks like a J-Link connector to me. Interesting. That must be to program this arm. STM32 down there. So try and get this in place. Snagging or something. Snagging them. Try to line it up to the wrong holes, I think. There we go. Right. Oops, not put off. No, don't fall inside. It used to be sticky. But that's probably especially it's conductive stuff, isn't it? Can we reactivate that somehow? So the one we took off might have been. Where's the SSD gone? There it is. let's see if that works now. Surprisingly not that heavy with the base removed. It's just this big metal base that makes it very heavy. Is that about right? It's a bit high. Yeah, probably is about right. Current consumption's a bit higher than the yeah, it's working. That's all good. See if we can get terminal access maybe. Let's stick that SSD in really. Go with a little bit of VHB tape. Not too much because it's super sticky, this stuff. I want to be able to get it out again one day. But just a couple of little bits like that, probably enough. Maybe I'll do. Yeah, do the corners to stop it rattling. Really tiny pieces. Yeah, so the plugins are interesting, and yeah, so what else did they get on the bundle? The yeah, the ring the alarm thing, which I said is rubbish. Can't remember what else was in there now. Sub Factory, that's alright I suppose, and Jura's good, but I had that anyway. What else? Can't remember what else they had. Not the FlexBeat thing, which I was a bit disappointed about, because I was kind of hoping to get that. Oh, the Air Delay Pro, I quite wanted it, I haven't used it yet. So what are we going to do? Try and get terminal access. It's getting a bit late, I might have to do this another day.
set it up the wires dangling out the side, that might suffice. Looking for the box with the test leads, there's little sort of test probes in. Do the job. Some of these, found a few of those. So we probably only need 3 pins, I should think, on this. We're going to need ground, TX and RX usually. Can't find good colours. I'll split that down there, I could have. How to get that through the side without, I could drill a hole. It's a bit of a shame. See if we can find ground. That's surprising. Okay, so that one's ground, so make that one black. And then what we might do is switch it on. Let's see if we've got any wiggly volts anywhere. That's definitely wiggly volts. That's 3v3, 0, 3v3, 3v3. So that was probably TX, so that's probably the brown. And I think might be RX on here. Probably that one. So we do it's lit up. And if it still boots now, I've got to get a terminal up somehow. There's an ancient USB connector on there. It's a mini bee. Don't see many of those. Don't see many mini bees anymore, do you? Into micro bees.
Took too long. I read this as 115 115k board or something like that. Terminal. Okay, I can see the USB serial port, that's good. I don't think I've got Minicom on this computer. Just going to install Minicom. Probably add this as a screen. Close the million windows I've still got open. Let's see if we can see anything on this screen. Let me see if I can share. Oh, I don't have screen capture enabled for this. Okay, I'm going to have to quit and reopen OBS, so there's going to have to be a pause in the video. Okay.